Morning, Nakuru. I am Olivia Otieno. This is Double O Direct, a safe space for women with songs only by women, a woman host. And I only have women guests. Plus, I am dressed each and every week by a different woman in fashion. Got some Denise Williams and Anita Baker coming up for you. But right now, it is my pleasure to welcome Beryl Karan, Nova City, the lady in fashion who's responsible for my outfit today. Welcome to Double O Direct, Beryl.
Thank you, Olivia. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
If there would be so many insights, like, are you really 41? I'm like, yes, I really am.
Exactly. You look way too younger.
You gave me some emotional damage because you shared 3 outfits.
Mm-hmm.
I could not decide which outfit to go for. All 3 were stunning. So tell me first and foremost, who is Beryl Karan?
Beryl Karan is a very enthusiastic, I could say, kind of a woman.
Yes.
And I'm a very, 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 very ready to learn type of a person. And I'm the owner of Nova City. I'm a very fashionistic kind of a woman. And that sums up who I am.
Tell me the journey from the minute you thought, okay, I could do this, to starting Nova City. Was it very challenging?
Mine started very easy because I had my family and friends kind of talking about what do I wear today, consulting me of what should I wear today. Do you think I look good? Where did you buy your dress? Where did you buy it? Can you do this? And then suddenly they're like, you should do this for a living. And that was way back, probably in 2015, 2016. And that's how I started my business.
So you're not a designer, you're a fashion entrepreneur.
Yes.
Do you source your garments locally or do you import them?
I import them.
And how is that working, especially during COVID and trying to maintain your supply? What was that journey like from the minute you imported your first garment to now? Have there been any significant changes?
Because when I go way back, I started really locally with Mtush when I had this passion and stuff like this. And then just recently I came back. That was 2014, and then I stopped, and then I came back in 2021.
Always called Nova City?
Yes.
Okay,
So I just started back in 2014, and then this 2021 is when I came big. Initially, I was just trying, the peer pressure, college, you need to make some money, make a living for yourself. And then, so I can just say I actually started in 2021.
So between you going to campus did you go to campus?
Yes.
And now, was this a side hustle? Like you're talking like it was just something you used to do because people used to say you're good at it. What was your regular hustle as Beryl?
I was not good at the business. I was good at dressing up and looking good.
Yes.
And people thought that, can you find me something like this? Can you find me the same stuff?
Yes.
So, how do I say it? I didn't continue with the business because of travels and studies outside the country. And
Tell me about that. Tell me about that. Maybe you got some inspiration if you do want to share. Where were you?
I was in Turkey.
Wow. I've always wanted to go to Turkey.
Yeah, I was in Turkey, and coming back, I think this is where I felt like maybe I should now get into a serious business.
So tell me about your client base. Who was buying these clothes? I mean, everybody should. Let me tell you that, because I feel and I think I look fantastic.
You look fantastic.
And I was like,
you really do.
I see these posts on social media, on Instagram, etc. And I'm like, the outfit is never going to be like that.
Yeah.
But Beryl, the outfit is like that.
Thank you so much.
And I was thinking, I'm never going to look like that in that outfit. No, Beryl, I look like that in that outfit.
Yeah,
so
you do.
Tell me about your client base.
So I was just trying to, initially when I started, I was trying to go with the trend, and I was mostly covering teenagers up to the age of around 25. This is how I started in 2021, February 2021. So as time goes by, I realized I'm learning a lot of things from people who are in the same space. So one thing I have to tell people is that you have to be ready to learn. I think learning is the best of the most you can even acquire in this business or in real life. So I don't envy people like, why is he doing better than me? I'm like, what can I learn from them? And then from there, I started getting more into from 25. Now I'm dressing people like my mother.
Like some of us on the 4th floor. So I know what you're saying.
And you see how you're rocking that very nicely. You look really amazing.
I completely agree. So have you shifted your target market, or is it that the outfits that you supply are across generational?
It's across generational. I've not shifted. I've just expanded.
So with the imports, how many pieces do you bring in of a particular design, cut, color, etc.?
I think that will depend mostly on what suppliers produce. Mostly, they can produce something you like and you feel like you really need to bring it as soon as possible, So mostly you just, I think mostly I do my research on the colors that people like, the colors that people love, the colors that they like most on my page. And I know that this is what they love and that is what I bring.
For example, this... I'm going to call it a skirt suit.
Yes, it
loosely. I'm going to loosely call it a skirt suit.
It is.
How many sizes did you bring it in?
I brought it in 3 sizes.
Is this the largest, the smallest?
You're wearing the smallest.
Okay, I'm wearing the smallest size.
Yes,
and
yes.
how many colors does it come in?
It comes in 3 colors.
Okay, I love
Yes,
that. There's so
yes.
much more to talk to you about, including how important digital is for your business. And we're going to talk about that in just a bit. I'm Olivia Otieno. This is Double O Direct on SpiceFM, a safe space for women, hosted by women, music only by women, and only women guests. Polite reminder. CEO and founder, Marini Naturals, Michelle Ntalami, will be joining me from midday because word is Marini Naturals is going global. Have you seen her photo in today's Saturday Standard? Forget the moneymaker, forget Trading for Life, forget Eve, forget Smart Harvest. The reason to buy it is for that photo. But I'm still with Beryl Karan of Nova City. Beryl, it's such a pleasure to host a woman entrepreneur who understands the need and the gaps in this Kenyan fashion market. How large is Nova City? Do you have employees?
Yes, I have 2 employees because currently I have 2 branches in town and in Kilimani. The Kilimani one is new.
You have actual physical stores. You're not just a digital.
No, we have 2 stores in town, in Moy Avenue, Sawa Mall, and then this one is in the next one in Kilimani in the new Westfield hub.
Advice that you would give to women looking to get into the entrepreneurship space with regards to the challenges, and the lessons you have learned in setting up these stores?
I would actually tell someone to not be scared, just go for it, because you take so much time thinking, should I go, should I not go? Why somebody, probably you start to compare yourself with somebody who started way earlier than yourself, and it might bring you down or just discourage you. Start from where you can or start from where you are.
What do you wish you'd have known that you didn't know that you learned?
That one caught me off guard. Okay,
no, it's true. It's true. And I don't blame you, because more often than not, you look back, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, COVID confused everybody.
Yes.
Yeah. But what do you wish? Like, I wish someone had told me X, Y, and Z, before I started this business, even if it's to do with government relations, for example.
Oh, first of all, I wish I started then when I felt like I should have started. And of course, there is some issues of finance and stuff like that blocking you from going on with your journey.
Yes.
But what I wish I knew and I learned back then is that
the market is there.
The market is there. It's really there. You just have to find what works for you that probably does not work for somebody else, and you can really pull it off. We don't have to copy each other. We don't have to be the same. You can come up with your own and you will really thrive in that.
Is it okay for me to ask you where you source your garments from?
Yes, I bring them from Turkey and Thailand.
Do you have to go to Turkey and Thailand? Have you been?
Yes, I've been there myself, and right now I really don't have to go there because I've made my own connections, so I just have them delivered.
What are the timelines like from the minute you have a conversation with your supplier to when it's available for me to buy?
Usually it takes like if I make an order today, it will come the next week the same time.
No.
the following week.
Really?
Yes.
Do they ever alter anything for you? Because let's be honest, Turkey and Thailand, fantastic, but our physique as African women, and I've noticed that your garments are for, I mean, I'm honestly amazed at how great they looked on the photos on Instagram on curvy women,
Yes.
and how great, in my opinion, they
Yeah.
looked on me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So how do you make that decision as a importer?
Yeah, but of course there's some sizes that are very limited, but you can of course talk to them and let them adjust the sizes for your African women, especially, you have inquiries of, do you have my size? You see the people coming, like they really love it, but you don't have their size, and next time you try so hard so that they are also happy when you bring your new stock.
How important is digital, especially social media, for your business?
It is, of course, it's very, 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 very important because most people, of course, they use Instagram and Facebook. I also use Facebook. It's much more important for the, how can I say it, like my mother's age people.
Us. Just say people
They-
like you, Olivia.
Not people like you. You're really, really an Instagram person. So people who are not really on Instagram, you can find them on Facebook. People try to ignore Facebook like it's outdated. It's not. For business, it's still really much there.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you pay money? Do you? Is it important as an entrepreneur, especially a woman in business, to invest in digital advertising, or
You
do you just use
must.
word of mouth?
You must use a lot of money. Marketing is not cheap. You have to get people to come to you, and it's costly.
Where can you be found online?
Online, find us on Instagram, Nova_City. So Nova City. You can just type Nova City, you'll get it, and then the same name on Facebook, still Nova City.
We're going to be finding out why she decided to go with the name Nova City in a little bit. Things up with my woman in fashion, Beryl Karan. The brand Nova City. Where did that name come from?
You see, when I came back into business, I thought like it's something new, like I'm starting fresh because I failed. Now this is a new page for me.
I love your honesty. I failed.
Yes, initially I failed, and then I came back stronger, thinking like this is a new beginning for me. So Nova is in Latin, it means new.
Yes.
So the city is just like I wanted to make it like a fashion city or something like that.
Yes.
And then I thought, why not go with Nova? Because it's a new beginning for me.
What's going to be different? Because you've already admitted that you failed the first time around.
Yes.
So what's different about this time?
What's different is I didn't have the same people I had before that advised me. I learned from them, and just basically I've just learned a lot that I didn't know initially.
So talking to Beryl 10 years ago, and the type of people that you need in order to survive in entrepreneurship and in business in general,
Yes.
not names, more personalities and skill sets.
Yes.
Who are the people you need around you?
The people I need around me are the more people who are not scared to take steps, people who are very encouraging and really looking forward to tomorrow. Yes.
What skills do you need to run a successful business?
You just need to be disciplined.
Tell me about that. Tell me a typical day for you as a woman business owner and that discipline that you have to display.
First of all, the discipline has to start with your money and your finances, how you manage them. The mistake that I did really way before is mixing my personal money with my business money. You can easily use your business money without knowing. So that is one point where you really need to put your discipline on. And on a typical day, I just, of course, wake up, come to work, attend to people. You can meet people who have really some genuine complaints. You also have people who sometimes they can complain on things that, I'm sorry to say, but you have to learn how to deal with different type of people. And I think it's a good opportunity for me to be working with different people, because you get to know the types of people that are out there and how to deal with them. You have to attend to people differently.
Before we get into perhaps staffing challenges or successes for you. How is it dealing with those two markets? Because you mentioned Thailand and you mentioned Turkey. Language barrier?
The language barrier is, of course, there. So most of the time, if you're new, you have to be handy with your translator. And once they get what you want, it's easy from there.
Have you picked up any of the language?
Yes, for sure. Both.
Okay, so once
Both.
again, tell us where you are physically and how we can reach you digitally.
You can reach us physically in town, Moy Avenue. It's called Sawa Mall. We're on the first floor. And in Kilimani, we are in the new Westfield Hub Mall. It's on Dennis Pritt Road. So just ask for Nova City or you will just see Nova City when you
What do you
get
mean
there.
it's on Dennis Pritt Road? I thought it was the one with the Quick Mart.
Yeah, no.
On Gitanga Road.
The Quick Mart is Westfield Mall.
And you guys
And
are Westfield?
Ours is Westfield Hub.
Westfield Hub on
Yes.
Dennis Pritt.
Yes.
I wouldn't have known that.
Yes.
Digitally?
Digitally, we are on Instagram and Facebook, the same name, Nova_City. Nova City.
Love it. I love the outfits. I think I look fantastic, even
You
at
do.
my age.
You
And it's been an absolute pleasure, Beryl, welcoming you to Double O Direct.
Thank you for
and,
having me.
We'll talk soon. Have a fantastic weekend.
You too have a good one.
Spice.